snacking on, Cody?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
It's just a cute pose.
By the way, it's 8:35.
9:30.
Modular components is happening now! Fucking intro, cause Buster asked for it!
That is the no. We're cutting that out. That is the worst thing.
No, we're not. Hi, I'm Boingo. There's Buster.
Hey, is
And also, Cody's back.
yeah, return of the snow cone. Woo!
Return of the snow.
Year of the snow cone, baby.
Here I am.
I apologize to all the headphone wearers, except
No, you
not.
Legit, that is the worst noise you have ever made in your life, and I've heard what you say.
Wow.
Classic zinger.
Sure is.
Yeah.
So boys, what be up?
I'm watching Ultraman Tiga on my second monitor right now.
Oh wow, you're cheating on us, huh?
No, I have the pod. Here's the I got the PS5 with my DVD on one monitor now, and then I have another monitor, and I want to watch Ultraman Tiga so I can talk about it for Ultraman Day. Maybe, I don't know. Ultraman Day is soon by the time you guys.
When is Ultraman Day? I always forget until it's happening.
July 10th.
Oh wow. Okay. I should find something I could do. I'm not making a video in like 3 days.
Bro, you have 8 days.
I have to finish CSM first.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
I did make progress today, though. We are dangerously close.
Sorry for stopping your progress briefly for that news.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I literally hadn't even opened the software yet. I was going to, and then I saw your notification, and I was like, "Oh, I can procrastinate more. Let's go."
Yeah. Yeah, by the way, we're not going to talk about, but, right now, the Anime Expo Kamen Rider panel will, happen in, a 30 minutes soon, but, I'm not going to talk about it, because Vac requested I shouldn't interrupt the podcast.
Yeah, you're all correct about all that. No, it's not Kamen Rider time. It's July. It's the month of freedom, and we just wrapped Yojo June, and Cody and I just opened, different G.I. Joe Classified Series figures. I got Spirit, you got Croc Master. And so I feel like it's time to just talk about toys for a night, because we haven't done that in a while. And fuck these other two guys. Right, Cody? You guys get to talk about video games on this show all the time.
No, we don't. We have no more games for that.
Do you though?
I mean, granted, the last episode got canceled because of unforeseen circumstances.
So should I just start running down stuff, Cody, or do you have things you want to jump into right away?
Give me a second.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh my god.
There's other people present in Cody's life.
Wow, it's almost like he's popular.
There's some pizza.
Oh, the Krusty Krab pizza!
I will.
I was just made aware. The news was just broken to me.
I will gladly partake.
Hey, everyone took Florida.
Anyone's ever said.
I was just thinking, we just all me and Vac just go up to the sky and Ultraman fly our way to Florida.
And I do the stupid Z squiggle.
Yeah.
You know what I was thinking, Jack?
What's up?
In relation to your toy talk, you know what I want to see?
What do you want to see?
And correct me if I'm wrong, but one of my favorite Valor vs. Venom 2-packs was with a baby blue Cobra Commander, and I think the guy's name was Link Talbot.
Yeah, he was the doctor man who got kind of drafted into G.I. Joe in that movie.
I want to see a fucking classified figure of him.
Yeah, he would be cool.
And that weird gauntlet thing that he came with, man, that figure would be dope.
I would love a I was thinking about classified designs I'd like in the line. I'd like fucking Overkill and Venomous Maximus.
Oh wow, yeah.
Or because that's the thing. That was one of the things that blew me away the most about this Yojo June. Because for those of you who aren't aware, Yojo June is essentially, I think they've got one for every brand now. Every brand gets 1 month out of the year where they're allowed to do a fan stream every week at Hasbro and just announce a bunch of shit.
Except Power Rangers, because screw them.
August.
No, they don't. Remember, they got hijacked by Marvel Legends last time.
That was not in August.
That was in August.
No, it wasn't. That was in fucking January.
No, that was in August.
Bullshit.
No,
Buster, here's the thing. I am more implied to believe in Vac, the toy man, About Toy Noob.
We reported on this live.
I do not recall this being in August. People can fucking post receipts in the comments if they want.
Okay, fine. We're not gonna argue about this anymore.
Yeah. But no, they had Power Month, and I think, God, what month does Transformers do? They do like fucking September or stuff. But they did Yojo June last year, and I don't remember what all they announced at that time, but I remember that was also the time where they were like working on the Target issues, and they were like constantly giving us updates, like we're gonna get this shit sorted out, don't worry. And then they did, and it was great. But this year they did a stream every week, mostly Instagram streams. They did 2 different YouTube streams to kind of bookend the month. Though they did like an unannounced Instagram stream to start, which was just them unboxing a Dreadnought Thunderer machine, a vintage one, which is a toy I'd never heard of before because I don't know vintage G.I. Joe super well. But then they said that they were going to start every stream, they were going to announce 2 characters that they would be releasing in 2023. They wouldn't show us anything because they're like so early in development. But they were like, for the first stream, they announced Shipwreck and Rock and Roll, which I'm not super hype about Rock and Roll, but I know Shipwreck is one everybody's been jonesing for because like he was a big character in the original cartoon. And he's just got a fun design and fucking you get Shipwreck. They're going to reuse that bird sculpt. They're going to give us Polly.
Man, I love Shipwreck and Dusty.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait to get Dusty later this year. He was like one of my absolute boys as a kid.
How many like standard Joes have they done? And are they getting to the point where they need to start doing like the more obscure Joes?
They're kind of like bouncing back and forth. They've got some obscure pulls, they've got some recent pulls, but I think they're mostly trying to build out that 84, 85 cast before they start getting too crazy with it. But that was the first stream, and then they did the first YouTube stream where they announced that Copperhead and Torpedo would be coming next year as well. And I've never Copperhead is another one that I was like, I haven't heard of him, but I Googled him and he looked neat. Torpedo, however, I think is super cool. He was the main like scuba guy I knew of from G.I. Joe as a kid.
Was Torpedo the one that got the suit? No. Oh, Torpedo does have a really good suit. Which one gets the weird mech? One of the Navy SEAL guys do.
I don't remember who that is. It's like that's got to be somebody. I at some point need to just go for one of those G.I. Joe fan sites that has like every figure listed and just like familiarize myself with vintage G.I. Joe.
Here's a dumb question that probably has a very easy answer. What's the likelihood of Hasbro getting the license back and making current versions of the Street Fighter characters?
I'd say 60-40 in favor.
Because they're part of G.I. Joe history.
Yeah, no.
I don't know.
I can see them being part of the Power Rangers line first.
Boss Fight currently has G.I. Joe, but I think given that they could do both G.I. Joe and Power Rangers figures, Hasbro might try and secure the license at some point.
I mean, I'm not even saying they need to do all of the dudes. I'm just saying like all the contemporary Street Fighter characters, just like the classic guys that they made figures of that are part of the Joe line.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel you.
Because look at this Chun-Li.
Oh yeah, that figure's ridiculous.
What? No, I'm just more worried about this Ryu. That's not Ryu. That's a guy in a ninja suit.
Yeah, it's almost as if they reused parts.
I think that's just a Storm Shadow body with a new head.
Exactly.
But then
you don't even got the packaging is false advertising. You don't even got a shirt open.
I mean, that's just toys, man. But then they went into
it's just not painted.
Oh yeah. That is pretty ridiculous. But then they went into the next wave that they were gonna announce, which was mostly stuff that I was kind of meh on, but it's still a good collection of characters. They showed free renders of Falcon, Barbecue in his Slaughter's Marauders deco.
Slaughters.
Oh my god, man!
The
what a fucking treat.
the Crimson Bat, which is a new thing, but like it's a bat in red. I'll have to get at least one, possibly multiple if they do the smart thing and put in new hand attachments with this. Then they showed a regular Outback because they had done the Tiger Force one, and then this is the regular one, which I don't know. I kind of like the Tiger Force one more now that I've been reminded what regular Outback looks like. I was like, oh, I'll hold out for regular Outback, and now I'm like, I like the old man look of Tiger Force better. But then they showed the one I really want out of this wave, which is CoverGirl, because you can never have too many female figures for your 6-inch stuff because they don't make enough of them.
Yeah.
And I think she's mostly Lady J reuse, and they said she's going to have the swappable hair thing, which I'm not a fan of. It doesn't really work as well as I want it to on Lady J, but it looks like a solid figure of CoverGirl.
You're a solid figure.
I should be linking these fucking articles in the chat, shouldn't I?
Just give us images at the very least.
Yeah, there you go. There's the stream we're on at the moment.
The one that really surprised me, because I was like, man, I love this character so much, but I don't know if they'll probably have to change his name. Fucking Snowjob.
Yeah, they announced Snowjob a couple streams later. Was it the very next one? Yeah, the next Instagram live they announced Snowjob. But then on the YouTube thing, they talked about the fact that they were having a 35th anniversary Fathom event for the G.I. Joe 80. Was that 87 or 88 that came out?
Classic movie. Just say the classic movie.
Yeah, the classic movie. Which I thought was like cool, but I definitively decided I'm not going to that because I would literally just watch the opening like 2-minute theme song thing and then walk out. Because the rest of that movie ain't bad. It's just not for me. But then they showed in-hand shots of Sergeant Slaughter and revealed his secret accessory, which is himself. He comes with a tiny retro-carded version of himself, which I know some people were wanting a title belt. I think this is better because it's a throwback to a G.I. Joe thing of the fucking commercial where he was talking about the mail-in figure of himself. So I'm super excited for this. This looks like the Sergeant Slaughter I've been wanting for the last couple of years. While people have been like announcing their G.I. Joe or G.I. Joe alike ones. You know, Mattel did a Ultimate Sergeant Slaughter that was very close to the G.I. Joe look. Valaverse Action Force has put out a couple slaughters that have tempted me, but I'm glad I held out. This looks like the one because he even comes with like alternate hands specifically for cutting promos.
Yeah.
And the one thing that kind of worried me in the moment was they said he's going to release coinciding with SDCC, and I was like, is that their way of saying he's an exclusive? He better not be an exclusive. I don't want to have to fight to get this guy. Please don't let him be an exclusive. And I was worried for like 4 days until Foosh Robo did his weekly toy news thing. And he said they had an admin in the chat that I just didn't see who said that it will not be an exclusive. It's just going up for pre-order around the time of SDCC.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. So that made me big happy. This is like now that we're getting Storm Shadow's coming any day now. I am like the next most looking forward to figure is definitely Sergeant Slaughter because he was the best G.I. Joe to me as a kid. It was like Sergeant Slaughter, Ninja stuff, Cobra stuff, regular G.I. Joe stuff. That was like the hierarchy in my child brain. And then what else? Oh yeah, they announced the deluxe Snake Eyes, which is essentially just the preview Snake Eyes, but now with Timber and a scarf.
I thought you said Tim Burton.
No, Timber is the name.
Schmug.
What?
It's a schmug.
Oh,
That thing he's wearing.
the scarf is it's called a schmuck.
Schmug, I think, is how they're pronounced. Maybe, if I'm not an idiot.
And if we're being honest, I think like this is the Snake Eyes everybody wanted in the first place, or wanted to be able to easily get in the first place. And I know a lot of G.I. Joe fans are probably frustrated they made us wait this long to get it, but like it's kind of how Hasbro does things these days. Have you seen how many fucking Wolverines there were before they did Tiger Strike Jim Lee Wolverine?
No.
Well, I mean,
It's like 4 or 5.
Okay.
so here's one other thing that they could get that they're obviously going to get their money out of, and I have no problem with that because the classic toy line did it and it shined with it. But they did state that I think they were like, I think this one had an inspiration from G.I. Joe Resolute.
Mm.
But I think it's also a reference to, I think there's been 1 or 2, maybe even 3 different iterations of a like jungle mission Snake Eyes.
Oh, yeah.
I know I think they did one in Valor versus Venom. They definitely did one in the 30th anniversary 3 3/4 inch line. But they might have done one older than that too. But I don't know. It kind of hits that beat. Maybe they didn't want to go all out jungle.
I think
But-
I think it's supposed to be an Arctic Mission one because this is like this was also the first time we got to see how they're going to do plastic free packaging, which is they're just making the artwork like a big mural on the front of the box, and then they've got a smaller picture of the figure's render, and then the actual loadout is on the back, and the art is very like Alaska theme, I think.
Yeah. I don't know. See,
but-
you and me are opposites in the way that like I like combat Snake Eyes or commando Snake Eyes
Mhm.
the most.
Here's the thing. I'm going to get this. The only thing that annoys me about it, like I think this is like my definitive Snake Eyes looking at it. The only thing that annoys me about it is the fact that I finally got off my ass and painted the visor on my retail Snake Eyes like 3 days before the stream. But no, I'm gonna get this, and I'm not selling my combat Snake Eyes or my retail Snake Eyes. I'm probably gonna repaint my retail Snake Eyes into like some kind of custom character, and then my combat Snake Eyes I'll just keep around for alternate photos. And like the wolf looks completely different, even though it's the exact same sculpt and heads. So I'm just gonna be like, you know what, the combat Snake Eyes wolf that is Timber, and this white one I'm gonna name it Tundra. That's my plan. But
Bro.
yeah. But then they moved into a bunch of non-classified stuff, which I don't want to act like that's lesser than it. It's just not our area of interest. They showed in-hand shots of that O-Ring Cobra Commander and Duke 2-pack, which I don't know, looks all right. I'm just not into O-Ring stuff. And then they showed the crossovers Bumblebee with Stalker.
Oh man, what a yeah! And this one, it's like it's breaking my heart. This line is because like
I really want to like it, but like it should be twice as big and compatible with classified, and maybe like I don't know, look a little bit more like the characters.
no, see, like my complaint about it, I have no problem with the size. Those classic GI Joe toys, the vehicles, are some of the best like action figure vehicles that have like just ever existed in toy lines. And especially because like the his tank design didn't change, like the toy, they just kept re-releasing it, and it did exactly what you wanted to. The only possible way you could update on that would be something that we're probably going to talk about later, anyways. But I don't know, man. It's like they don't. They get the vehicle, they get the vehicle down, but for fuck's sake, the robot is just not right. The choices are kind of off. Megatron is the his tank. That's perfect. Bumblebee, I think this definitely was supposed to be Beachcomber.
Oh yeah, that would have been good.
You say my first thought is why isn't it Hound?
Yeah, I mean,
oh shit,
it's a
dude.
buggy and he's a Jeep, but it'd be about the same size.
What
But
would
it's
you
just
have
more
had
of like
Bumblebee
Hound is very much traditionally the good guy military vehicle.
Yeah.
What would you have had Bumblebee turned into?
In the G.I. Joe universe?
Yeah.
What did he
Because
turn
I
into?
think if I had to just throw a wild conjecture theory, I think they're making him a Jeep just because he turned into a Jeep for like 2 seconds in the Bumblebee movie.
Yeah, I don't know. The other problem with that is, or the other complaint with that is, Bumblebee's been green before. Why'd you throw the yellow in there? It looks bad.
Yeah, it clashes. But
Oh, you know what?
what?
Look at that Duke figure and look at that Bumblebee figure.
Oh yeah. I can see the inspiration there.
Yeah, I wonder. Maybe that is intentional. I mean, obviously it's intentional, but maybe they're trying to do that specifically. That feels right. I don't know. That's interesting.
That's a thing. There's something to that. But then they ended it off like they acted like the stream was over and they faded out. And then like after like a couple seconds of black, you just hear like these wheels rumbling, and then the fucking HasLab G.I. Joe Classified fades in, and then Stay Tuned and it fades out again.
Oh, that's like some hype. That's pretty hype.
Yeah, because I remember when the Sky Striker got announced, I was like, that's cool, but like I need classified HasLabs now. And that was last year. So to see that this year, I was just like, let's fucking go. I don't care what it is. Though I had theories. I think everybody, like, the unanimous fandom agreement was His Tank. And we'll talk about that in a bit. But, like, I also thought, just by the sound of the wheels, I was like, they could be going to, like, the Rolling Thunder or the Mobile Headquarters. And that would be freaking amazing. Also, because, like, all these streams were the same two people. It was the marketing executive, Emily, and the head designer, Lenny. And Lenny was like super pumped whenever they would like tease future stuff for Yojo June. And he kept going like, just wait till the end, guys. You're not gonna believe it. It's so cool. And some of the stuff he said in regards to that made me think like more about Base Fang. So I was like, maybe Mobile Headquarters. But then they did the second Instagram live stream where they announced Snow Job and Tunnel Rat.
Dude, classics.
Yeah, Tunnel Rat was another one of my boys as a kid. Like anyone who had any kind of a notable role in the Valor versus Venom movie, I was super into. So Dusty, Tunnel Rat, Kamakura, those were my guys. But then they went into talking about the in-hand impressions of the upcoming Amazon exclusives, because those went up for pre-order the same day, which was the Blue Ninjas 2-pack and Kamakura. And again, just showing us more of what the plastic-free packaging is going to look like, which they did a really cool touch that I haven't seen any other team do, which is half the box is a tray for the figure, and then the other half is like a specifically designed weapons crate. And that's what all the accessories come in. And they're in like tissue paper, and anything long that could get bent is taped to a little piece of cardboard. Like it feels really smart and thought out. Whereas like some of the other teams, I don't want to throw shade at anyone in particular, but some of the other teams just feel like they went, oh shit, we have to do that. That's right. Just get rid of the window. Just get rid of the window. Forget about it.
That crate system's the same one they use in the O-Ring 2-packs.
Mm-hmm. I did notice that. But it just feels like that extra little attention to detail that only the classified series team is able to do. But then they did like a fun little thing of unboxing something that was in their background, which was a 1993 Bio Viper Mega Beast. And they were very specific about like, hey, this thing is yellowed beyond belief. It's been opened before. We're just opening it to play with it for a couple seconds because it's in the Hasbro archives, and why not? We've got some extra time. And the whole time Lenny just kept going like, hey guys, do you want us to do this? Do you want Mega Beasts? Do you want to see that? And like the chat was going, no. And I was like, shut up, you military heads. I want it. I'll take it. It looks like a fun action figure.
Dude, that would be like one of the sickest things.
It looks like it belongs with those Lightning Collection monsters.
No, I think it'd be better than that.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, it would be. But like it'd fit in that crowd shot.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a lot of fun. And then they did another Instagram live stream a week later where honestly it was a bunch of stuff that I didn't super care about, but it was some interesting little tidbits here and there where they showed high-res pics of the new O-Ring Stinger vehicle, which went up for pre-order that same day, and then they did a bunch of in-hand showing of the Tiger Force Duke with Ram Cycle that's going to be a Target exclusive at some point. They kept saying, this is not going up for pre-order just yet, but we'll let you know as soon as we can. I'm trying to see what characters they announced during this stream. It's not in this article as far as I can tell.
So I think that's going to be my new Duke.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I love the color of the pants and like the red collar. I'm really excited about this vehicle though. I know you don't like the Tiger Force stuff and the Python Patrol stuff, but
Tiger Force is just a little too bright for me. However, I have come around on Python Patrol a little bit. I'm gonna get at least a Python Patrol bat if I ever find one.
yeah, the Python Patrol stuff, like that's just cool stuff looking or cool, but like this is like radical. This is like that toy that fucking jumps out at you in the toy aisle and like
It's
the kids
full
like,
on
oh my
90s
God.
bright colors.
Yeah, and I love that. I like that because I like I love how cool and military style most of G.I. Joe is, but I love how a lot of it's like right on the cusp where like a lot of times they're just shooting off laser guns or they're doing crazy weather machines.
Also,
Yeah,
I found the characters they announced during the stream. We're going to be getting Scrap Iron in 2023, as well as Grunt. Scrap Iron, again, never heard of that guy, but Grunt I'm super excited for because I've been saying for a little bit now, I love all the Cobra Army builders, but I want one or two for G.I. Joe. So, like, I know Grunt is technically a character, but he in the original line, he was meant to be like an army builder. So I'm going to use him that way.
unless they do something else.
Potentially. Oh man, if they do like head swaps of like completely different looks, that would be great. But then one other detail from the stream, it was Lenny's birthday, and they showed his office cake, which had the original His Tank art on it. And they were like, oh, no particular reason we did this. We just like his tanks. We just really like his tanks. And then exactly 6 days later, Pulse accidentally posted the Hasbro HasLab His Tank page a day early.
Yep.
And so then the very next day, the stream was just like, all right, you guys saw it. Here, we have the gray model. Here's the His Tank and everything you need to know about it, which is it's going to be very close to the original, aside from a few changes. Like they made the canopy look a little more complicated, and they put some more sculpting on the inside. There's going to be an actual chair and a weapons rack in there. They gave it lights, so there will be tail lights and headlights, and there's going to be like a spotlight on the front of it that projects the Cobra logo. It's going to come with the driver, who will have changeable hands and 2 guns. 8,000 backers needed by August 15th, $300, with an early bird special of an extra figure, which they are going to call the His Tank Tactician. And fans will get to pick the deco based on the original colorways for the driver that the toy designer who designed most of the early G.I. Joe line, Ron Rudat, made. And there's going to be four stretch goal tiers. Was basically everything they said. And then they gave us a little update on the Sky Striker after running all that down. Which is just like, hey, it's almost done. We just need to get some tolerances right on a few different things. And also look at these cool parachutes that it has with the fucking logo and whatnot. So I was very hype. Like I think everybody kind of knew it was going to be the His Tank, especially because histank.com, the main G.I. Joe fan news site, ran a fan poll of like, hey, if they do a HasLab for Classified, what do you guys want? And like unanimously, His Tank was voted. So it's pretty obvious that's where they go. And it looked great. And I think $300 is like just the right price to feel worth it. So
Sorry, I'm waiting to pop off on this thing because I am.
Yeah.
Oh.
You backed it right away. And I was like, I'll back it when I got home. And then you kept messaging me all day with updates. And I was like,
it was all day. It was like 11. It was like 11:40 is when like it actually went up while the stream was still live. And then like you got home at like what, like 7?
I get home at like 8:30 because I get off at 7:30. But I think you messaged me at like 5-6 o'clock with like the latest update, and it was like almost at 8. It was at like 7,000 and something, and I was like, holy shit, it's gonna be fully funded before I even get to back it. And so I just went ahead and got on a school computer and logged on the Hasbro Pulse to back it. But yeah, I think people just went, oh, extra action figure if we back it by when did they say we had to back it for that? I think it's July 6th. Yeah. So everybody just went, oh, extra action figure, let's get it funded today. And since then, it's slowed down a little bit, but it's still been climbing steadily. Like it's currently at, as of this exact recording time, it is at 12,331 backers. And that's out of 8,000 needed. But then they went into, I think like just as I was getting home, they announced the first stretch goal, which was going to be at 10,000 backers, which was missile pods that mount on the side. Didn't sound super exciting to me, but I was still like, hey, that's extra plastic for the same price. I'll hope we get there. And then we hit that within the next day, and they announced the second unlock for 12,000 backers, which is a retro style cockpit and tread covers, so you can make it look like the original toy if you want to. Which again, I was like, that's not super great, but okay, I'll still take it. And then you were like, yo, Dio pieces. And I was like, all right.
And like, yeah, that's the thing though. Like it's whenever I first saw the covers, I was just like, oh, it didn't already have covers? And I realized they're all swappable pieces. Like it has the covers already. Like
it
that is
different new looking covers.
Like they're gonna that's the thing that's really blown me away about this. It's really wild because like I knew, you know, the price point had been like summarized and theorized and leaked before, or a price point, you know, but like in my mind I was like, all right, for this thing to be worth it, if it doesn't fund all the way and only hits like it doesn't hit any stretch goals, I'm like it would need a lot, you know, it'd need to have the right level of detail and, you know, be pretty big. It's definitely gonna have to come with a figure. You know, that's all the things I was going through. And I'm like, you know what? It'd probably need like some sort of lights or sounds, and like that would be worth it. In my mind, what they presented is 100% worth it without the bonuses.
Yeah, it's like exactly at that point where like any more if it was like 350, I'd be like, that's a hard go. But like it feels just right at 300, and like now everything extra we're getting feels like extra. It feels like more bang for your buck, which you can't always say with the HasLabs Black Series team. I'm just super pumped for this, especially because like I ran the math in my head. You got the cockpit seat, you got the gunner seat, you got the seat inside the back of it, and then you got all these little points along the sides and the back where you can get figures on it. You can fit between 3 and 12 figures on this thing. So like it's the perfect centerpiece for your Cobra team right now.
And it has grab rails.
I'm counting those grab rails on that. But then they also showed was it yesterday or was it the day before? They showed the colorways for the Tactician finally. I think they're going to send out the vote once the campaign is over. But I looked them over a couple different times and like called me a bit of a bore, but I think either the first or the fifth one is the one I'd want.
Let me pull those back up again because
I'm gonna vote for 5 because I like it best, but I'd be happy with either first or fifth.
Did they post that on the campaign yet?
I don't know if that's on the campaign. I just linked the His Tank article in the chat.
What I've been doing, it's insane.
Because we've now passed the goal for the second unlock. So I was like checking their Instagram a bunch today too. I was like, are you guys going to announce the third one on a Saturday? Or are you just going to come back on Tuesday? Because Monday's a holiday. Are you just going to come back on Tuesday and be like, yo, I guess you guys already unlocked the third upgrade? Because like that's the only way this could have been a better execution of a HasLab, in my opinion. When they did the Sky Striker, they announced all the stretch goals right off the bat. If they had done that here, I would have been super happy, but clearly they didn't need to.
Oh yeah, no. I was actually like interacting with people on Twitter the day of, and there's this Twitter account like Nathaniel Prime, I think it is, because Twitter just keeps recommending me stuff, and a lot of times I like go in and comment on things before I realize I'm not like followed them and it's like recommended. So me and that person ended up talking a few times, and they were talking. They're like, "Oh wow," they weren't being mean about it or anything like that, but they posted about the His Tank, and they're like, "Wow, 8,000 in 6 days. That might be a lot." And then like 2 seconds later, they're like, "Oh shit!" Like And we were just like, going back and forth, and it was just crazy because I was posting fucking live pictures of the numbers, like live updates. I got like 7777, and a few others. One's coming up soon. We can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, nice. But no, I am so hype on this thing. I have a couple theories as what the last two stretch goals could be. I think probably alternate cannon and blast effects, and potentially that little missile cart thing that came with the red Hiss tank gift set.
So
Because they showed that hitch, and Lenny was like, "This is for future things," and I was like, "Is that one of the stretch goals? Is there going to be a future thing stretch goal, Lenny? What's going on there?"
So here's my bit on that. And like they could definitely do it this way. If they were gonna have a replaceable turret to mimic the rocket Hiss tanks, then they would just need pretty much the identical missile thing that it pulls behind it.
Yeah.
So they could give us a little trailer piece, and like that missile piece. And if they separate, then it could actually turn into the turret. I am hoping that the final goal, I think there was a rumor to be like a mystery, like 5th goal or something like that. I can't remember. But I am hoping and thinking that they're actually going to go like balls to the wall and do the asp.
Ooh, that would be awesome.
I don't know. Me and my friend Cole were talking about this, and he's just like, he's not able to collect these at the moment. He sold all of his, and he's only doing wrestling figures. But he's like, man, honestly, he's like, it's so good that the HasLab or that the Hiss tank just did so well and is like just fucking killing it, because he's like, it's exhausting even thinking about the possibilities now that they could do.
Yeah,
like because like GI Joe vehicles specialized on being like mostly one person or like a couple people vehicles.
There's still a ton that they could do with deluxe releases. I mean, Trouble Bubbles, the Ferrets,
Trouble Bubbles, the glider for sure.
I mean, even if they don't do the trailer thing, they could do that as a deluxe. And then, like, that's the other thing is, I think blast effects are definitely a possibility as a stretch goal, because Lenny did say it's not, when they were showing the gray prototype, he was like, hey, it's not on this model, but there are going to be holes in the cannons to receive blast effects. We just don't know the durometer yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this thing is so cool. And I do feel a little weird that it's just been us talking this whole time. So Boingo, as a non heavy toy buyer guy, how do you feel about this?
I think the Hiss tank makes a lot of sense to just have as like the first bit, but as a pretty, not even like a Joe fan, like someone who goes like, oh, Joe's cool, sure. I'm just going like, all right, anything else that they would make to be in scale classified will probably be like $600, $800 to make.
Oh yeah, like I talked about the mobile headquarters. Being honest, if they made that thing to scale based off of the price of the Hiss tank, it'd probably be $1,000.
But like, and I'm just thinking, does Joe have any other vehicles that are as iconic as the Hiss tank? Maybe other than like a Jeep or buggy thing for Joe's.
There's some planes. Yeah, I would go for a Cobra Rattler. I would go for, what's that plane with like the back swept wings and the shark face painted onto the nose?
That's a Sky Striker.
Oh, okay. I thought the Sky Striker. No, the Sky Striker's the big F-14.
I thought F-14 had back swept. No, that's outright.
Hang on. I'm just gonna Google GI Joe Jet and see if I can find it real quick.
Well, I think we definitely need, like, they'll definitely do a Joe vehicle next. What I think they might do is a Striker. Is it? Not the go-kart.
This one. It's the Conquest Slipstream. That was always my favorite Joe's plane.
Here's the thing. I'm not saying that they can't do it. It's just more of like, there's probably GI Joe's probably not going to be the regular cycle HasLab. It's probably going to be more of like, there'll be a cycle of Transformer, Power Ranger, Marvel Legend, one of those, then another one of those, and then you get another Joe thing because they are bigger set.
Potential. I mean, I have seen people
I'm not saying
jokingly
it's not going to
throw
be
around.
part of. I'm not saying it's going to be like random or it's not going to be part of a regular HasLab rotation. It's just more of like it's going to be every other rotation that there's going to be a major Joe thing.
I think they're going to go back and forth because remember, they did that Sky Striker for the O-Ring line before this. So they might be planning to like do an O-Ring thing and then a classified thing and just rotate back and forth depending on the year. Like it's a fucking even number year. I guess even number years are for classified HasLabs.
It also seems like classified stuff is going to classified HasLab things are going to be big ticket items. But so far, just from the reception, it seems like it is a big ticket everyone wants to buy.
Yeah.
Nope.
I mean, I've seen people jokingly throw out do USS Flag next, and I'm like, bro, that would be as big as a minivan, and it would be like $5,000.
Dude, $5,000 wouldn't be the price. It would be so much more than that.
Yeah.
And it'd be bigger than that, too. Like, that's the thing.
Yeah, to be to scale.
Here's a fucked up thing. This is unrelated to HasLab and Hasbro, but here's a pitch. What if you did a bunch of G.I. Joe people and collectively as a community make like 3D printable chunks for that? So it's just like you can print off your own USS Flag.
That would be great. I would love to see somebody do that. I don't know if it's feasible though, because like that would take up most of the flavor.
That would be like the least
'cause, like,
offensive.
Here is the original USS
No, it's just
Flag
more
with
of
an
like I'm
adult
just saying
man.
like there could be something like Hasbro's probably not going to invest time and money into that, but the community could.
I could see a third-party company attempting it because there's a third-party company doing a fucking Fortress Maximus right now that's going to be 4 feet tall in
For a
robot.
second, I thought you meant Fortnite. I'm sorry, I haven't talked all podcast. Let me have this moment.
All right, what do you think about the Hiss Tank, you zoomer?
It looks neat.
All right.
Like,
Boy-
I understand why it's getting a HasLab.
Boingo, how do you feel about the fact that, much like Galactus, I set the Hiss Tank to ship to your place?
I'm just gonna go like, yo, dude, what happens if I fucking move out of here, bud?
Then I'll need your new address.
You can readdress things, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah, fine.
It's just more
I
of
think
like
you can change it up to a month before ship date.
Nice.
Yeah.
I just find it funny how reliable you think I am.
Yeah, Boingo, you scold us all the time for being unreliable. Of course we're gonna think you're reliable.
You are fairly reliable at the moment compared to most of us. And I mean, like, it's just, I think these HasLabs are like a fun excuse for us to get together once a year at this point. Because Galactus is coming any month now, and then we'll have the Hiss Tank next year, and
I need
Whatever
Galactus to come soon.
whatever fucking Marvel thing is next, I'll probably get it. I'm pulling for Fing Fang Foom. Jesus. it's
Fing
hard to
Fang
say his
Foom
name.
might be it.
I
If we're
don't know.
talking big Marvel,
The Fing
no, what?
Foom.
No, it'd probably be more likely
What?
Dormammu.
Oh.
A
They just
Sentinel
did
scale
it.
Dormammu.
They just did a regular scale.
Giant Man?
Giant Man would be cool. Ooh. Giant Man and like the stretch goals are just all like a normal size version of him, a normal size Wasp, and then like teeny tiny versions of them.
Let's see. What are big characters? Big Marvel characters.
They could do. Oh man, imagine if they fucking do first appearance
X-Jet.
Krakoa.
That could be fun. First appearance Krakoa.
What if they did the X-Jet?
Ooh,
When
actually,
we get a Power Rangers HasLab, actually scratch that. Please don't. I don't want to hear the Power Rangers fandom complain.
I
Again.
don't care
okay.
if they complain. It's so fucking simple. Just do Dark Spectre, and then the stretch goals are the cyborg versions of Ecliptor and Astronema, Dark Honda, and an alternate head. It's fucking child's play. I don't know why the Lightning Collection team hasn't done a HasLab yet.
Yeah.
here's a pitch for a Power Rangers HasLab. A set that looks like a full like Ranger team Megazord cockpit.
That could be fun.
Yeah.
They haven't really
also
done
be
like
into,
play
like,
sets. They haven't really done play sets.
I would be into like a playset that's like a 2-story, and like the top story is the command center, and then the bottom story is the power chamber. I think that could be.
God, what if they did a playset for G.I. Joe?
Ooh, do the original head. No, they'd have to do the Terror Drone.
I don't know that they could do that, but that would be huge.
Yeah.
Do the fucking Space Command one, the bigger
I,
one.
I tell you, some of the fucking vehicles in classic G.I. Joe are like the one thing tempting me to collect O-Ring. Because I'd love a Terrordrome. I'd love to have a USS Flag. I'd love to have that fucking plane that I can never remember the name of. G.I. Joe was so good at vehicles. There's the G.I. Joe thing they could do. They could do that two-bladed helicopter that's in this flag picture.
Mm.
Oh wow, they could. That was a famous one. They'd probably do like the Moab, I think it was called.
Mobat.
There's that Mobat, yeah, the Mobat. The Mobat is pretty iconic for tanks. It is a different tank, if I'm not mistaken.
I'll look it up real quick.
Can someone explain why everyone's going to see the Minions movie in fancy suits?
It's a weird TikTok meme.
Oh, okay. I didn't see it in fancy suits, so I failed. I'm sorry. Terrible zoomer.
Dude, the Mobat is just a tank. That link is too big for Discord. Hang on.
How can a link be too big for?
The Cobra Humvee that also gets like recolored into like the green Joe vehicle. I think that one would be a very good one to do, and they might be able to do it without
I just love the guy just standing out going wee, like he's going riding on, like just driving an invisible wheel.
Yeah,
like, just like.
Yeah, I mean that's how scouts had to be on tanks back in the day.
No, it would be the commander. The commander would be up there, the tank.
So anything else you guys want to talk about, or
they still probably haven't had Joe out of their system.
I don't know. What else do you have to say, Cody? Because I kind of just wanted to go over everything with you since we haven't gotten much of a chance to talk this month.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm really hopeful for the last 2 tiers. I was really riding on getting that tier announcement today. I know we'll definitely get it tomorrow.
Yeah. They'll probably know what all the stretch goals is by the time this podcast comes out. We'll have passed them all.
Yeah. I mean, the rate we're currently going, it's going to be 2,000 or like 1,000 a day.
Yeah.
So a stretch goal every 2 days. Tomorrow we should hit.
Do you think they're gonna throw in more like Marvel Legends team did with the Sentinel?
Here's
because
something like you guys talking about HasLab and stretch goals, and here's something like I find weird. Why do they do amount of backers instead of amount of money?
Because amount of backers is essentially the same thing to them. It's about units sold.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Just because this isn't like Kickstarter where there's multiple tiers. Okay,
and you got to remember this is an actual company doing it.
Yeah, I mean, like a lot of actual companies use Kickstarter and crowdfunding these days. So
that's true, but they're like Hasbro's a mega corp.
Yeah, mega corp, super mega corp. Haha.
Oh Jesus. Also, I just found out there is another G.I. Joe tank that might have been the different one you were thinking of, Cody. It's called the Molar.
No.
Okay.
That is a real tank, though. That looks like the one of the Swedish tanks. I think the Mobat is actually iconic still in the world of tanks. Like, it's only the tank. It's the only tank that's that one. I don't know. We'd probably get the Dune Buggy first.
Yeah.
I'd like to get... It's a little boring of a vehicle. They'd really have to spruce it up. Unless they did, like, whatever that Snowcat is.
Oh, shit, that's right. I forgot. Somebody did a custom classified scale HISS tank last year.
Yeah.
So, like, look at how close that is to what they actually did.
That one's smaller.
A little bit, yeah.
That's the other crazy thing is I don't think people realize how fucking massive that thing is. Like, the mass alone on that HISS tank, I think makes it worth it.
Yeah.
Like, Lenny is huge for one. He's a big boy.
Oh yeah, Lenny looks like he works out. He's a big chunky man.
But this thing has like some weight. In my opinion, the HISS tank toy versus this could literally be like if the HISS tank was real and then the toy was just the toy. Like if this HISS tank would be the real version of it because it's wide enough to make sense. The wheelbase is wide enough.
Somebody post comparison shots that Emily took.
Yeah.
Let me find those real quick.
Here's one other thing I was thinking that they might do with this is instead of we might still get a trailer. I mean, I think we're definitely getting something at some point to put on that hitch because they emphasized it for no reason, other than the fact that the HISS tanks did always come with a hitch.
Oh, by the way,
Um,
here's a little breadcrumb for Boingo. They showed an in-hand shot of Morg on Twitter today.
Neat.
Yeah, he looks like a Ben 10 villain to me.
That's not a bad thing.
It's true. That is true.
Those are some Beta Ray Bill ass legs.
Yeah, could he have been designed by the guy who did Beta Ray Bill?
Okay, here's the comparison shots of the vintage Hints tank with the name.
Do not talk to me or my son ever again.
Yeah.
That thing really is just fucking chunk. And I think it's also leaning forward a teeny bit.
A little bit. It's got kind of like an overbite going on.
It's a snake head.
Yeah.
It's a snake.
Oh, but they could do like a super armored version of it. Or like they could even maybe get away with like giving us a red version of this and just like little clip-on pieces for the plastic bits. I don't know. Dude, it'd be cool if they did like the well, this should be the fucking Transformer, really. It should be. They could. But it'd be cool if they did a red version. Hello.
Hello.
I don't think there's any stretch goal that could make it enough for them to just give you a whole other Hiss tank, though.
Oh no, not a stretch goal. That they would never fucking do that. I'm saying like in general, it'd be great if they did a red one.
Yeah.
I mean they could potentially do a stretch goal.
Oh, dude, there's probably people who are gonna buy two so they can repaint one into the red one.
The cap is 5. If I was better off, I would literally be treating this as like a two purchase thing.
Yeah. Like, as it is, I'm going to have to work extra hours this month to make sure I can afford this thing.
I think this thing is like, as far as style wise, oh yeah, dude, it has fucking working treads too.
Yeah, and when they showed them, they were so smooth looking.
It's
and
got
that was the other thing
turbo.
too. Lenny said that there's a HasLab team and that they designed this thing, and that the G.I. Joe team just designed the figure. I never knew that before. I didn't know that there was a HasLab specific design team.
That seems like it'd be counterproductive.
A little bit, yeah. But I guess it's working out so far, unless you're making Star Wars items.
And that seems like it'd be the easiest thing. Just do what G.I. Joe's doing. Just make a vehicle.
Just make a vehicle, make a creature every once in a while. Like, the Rancor should have been good. They just fucked up all the bonus stuff. And then
here's the thing: you could do a Rancor right now, give him Boba Fett in a saddle, and everybody would go like, "Hell yeah!"
Yeah. And then like I don't know if anybody in this chat is aware because they've done such a terrible job at promoting it. They announced they put up during Star Wars Celebration. They said, "Hey, here's the new Star Wars HasLab. It's a roleplay toy of Reva's lightsaber. Reva, this character you literally haven't even met yet."
Oh, we've met her now.
Yeah, but oh man, where's the actual HasLab tab? Because I'm gonna pull it up right now and check because I think people were saying it was doing real bad. Yeah, it needs 5,000 backers. It's got 9 days left and it has 1,300.
It had 1,100 whenever the Hiss tank got announced.
So like it is growing, but there's no way it's gonna have enough in time unless just like a bunch of Reva superfans come out of the woodwork. Yeah, those vehicles would be cool. The what are these specifically called? The Foe Striker and the Cobra Dialect? This is a blurry ass image.
That's not what either of these were originally called, though. So these are special versions.
Cobra Basilisk. I read that B as a D. Make your jokes now.
What if we got something like that, bro? There's too many G.I. Joe vehicles, is what there is.
Yeah,
the Cobra Wolf.
Like that was the whole thing of the line is you get the kids hooked on the figures and the mid-range vehicles so that they'd ask for the big vehicles at Christmas.
I think a Snowcat next would be beautiful.
Ooh, Snowcat to go with your snow job.
Oh my god!
Give us a frostbite.
A fucking Cobra Pogo, dude.
The Snow Vipers. The Snow Vipers from Valor vs. Venom. Oh man.
So I think the Snow Vipers would fit in as like in the glider would too, as like deluxe ones. I mean, shit. Honestly, this should be classified right here. If we lived in a world where we end up getting everything in this picture, even the small one down there, like what's that? The Moab. That's not the Moab.
That's the it's not the Awe Striker. What the fuck is it called? Oh, that's gonna bother me for a while. But no, I would love the as an army builder, the Snow Wolf Troopers from Valor versus Venom. I just remembered those things. Those were so cool.
Oh, you know the Dreadnoughts have a vehicle?
Oh yeah, they have a couple vehicles, don't they?
Yeah.
But no, they also we also had a leak during this month of like Serpentor is coming. And I would not be surprised if he's a deluxe release so they can get the Battle Chariot in there.
That would be great because I actually have that 2-pack of the Serpentor and the Battle Chariot with the I think that guy's name is Gunner or some shit like that.
All right.
Those are those are the
do...
vehicles I could see him doing. The weird, maybe like the attack helicopter. What would be really crazy? Also, again, sorry to interrupt you. What would be really crazy is if they did the artillery one. There was a specific, very popular artillery one from the 80s that was an AA gun. Let me try to find it here. But it would literally like form into a little handgun for a kid.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Is that
Rolling Thunder is one of their big sets.
Yeah, there's a vintage Rolling Thunder at my local store, and I would love to have one of those.
Dude, if they did a Havoc, I'd fucking... Oh my god. The Rolling Thunder, the Havoc... I'm just going to end up looking at these fucking things all day. It's actually just called Joe Flat Cannon. How about that?
Okay, so I just had an idea for what they could do for another Joe HasLab. Because here's the thing. They're not going to make any mask figures anytime soon. What if they just did like one of the most iconic...
Mask is just a HasLab only line.
But it's like, it's just G.I. Joe classified materials, but you just make a mask, the iconic mask car.
Well, I mean, they're canon with each other. Matt Tracker is a G.I. Joe. I have that G.I. Joe figure somewhere, the Matt Tracker figure.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, they are in G.I. Joe, but it's just more of like, Mask isn't a big enough brand to make it its own 6-inch line right now. What if they did? What if they reintroduced the characters in the G.I. Joe Classified series and they use some of the the iconic mask vehicles for HasLab?
That is a thing. Like, I've seen people like pitching around the idea of using HasLab for more than just big items, using it for like multi-team packs and stuff like that like fans really want but won't work at retail. So like I could see them doing that. Be like, yeah, they could do that, or they could do like, here's just a wave of fucking oh god, what were they called? I just had the name a minute ago. The fucking knights with the holograms.
Oh,
Visionaries.
Yeah, just here. We can't do Visionaries at retail. It's not going to work. So here, it's just going to be every 6 months you get a wave of Visionaries HasLab. I think that could be, but. I think I have said everything I have to say on G.I. Joe for now. So,
oh my god, you'll have more later.
Potentially, maybe, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what those tiers are. We'll see what those stretch goals end up being.
It's all worth it, so it doesn't matter.
Mm. All right. What else do you fuckers want to talk about?
I don't know.
Whoa.
I just pre-ordered items, but that's about it.
I did too.
Nice.
Mr. I'm not gonna pre-order anything else.
This is fucking work related, okay?
Yeah, same for me. And also I had a gift card.
Shit. I wish I had a gift card.
You can buy one from Walmart.
Too many G.I. Joe vehicles.
Like if you buy a gift card yourself, I got a gift card as a gift. If he buys a gift card, he just like, this is just another way to use money. You know?
Fair enough.
Also, apparently Bleach is back.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's like they're adapting the last arc with like new material for the anime. And like the creator says, oh, we're gonna have more fights. There's gonna be more like expanding on character roles that we kind of rushed through.
Yeah, it just seemed like that was whole like he was just very tired of Bleach and he was in a bad spot and he wanted to be done with it.
Yeah, it was just a bad thing for everybody.
Fucking the creator of Hunter x Hunter finally released a statement.
Oh yeah, but that's understand. Like the released on the statement, it's like understandable. Yeah.
No, because here's the thing: Snowy and Vac might not know about it.
It's been like delayed a whole bunch, right?
Yeah, because for the last 2 years, the guy's back hurt so much he couldn't even sit in the chair.
Oh damn!
When he
Yeah.
took a shit, he had to take a shower because he couldn't wipe himself.
God.
Ooh, wow.
That's how
Poor
much
guy.
pain he was in. And going like, God, I want to work on the thing, but I can't. Until finally he just went like, fuck, I'm just never going to be able to do it the way I want to. So I'm just going to rework how I work and actually try and get shit done. And it's just like, damn, that fucking sucks, dude.
Yeah, that's not great, man.
But apparently, the Berserk return's been well received.
Yeah, I need to catch up.
Oh, cool.
Like, get to the point to read the new chapters.
Because, yeah, Mura's friend basically took all the notes that Mura gave him and working with his assistants, basically doing an overview of what he wanted the ending to be without being super hyper specific in detail, because that's all they have. It's just more of like, and here's how he wanted to end it.
Yeah. And it's gonna be more of like it's basically gonna be more cliff notes than like full on story, which is fine because like it's basically a win-win for everyone. We don't like harm the original vision, but we still get like
it's like the similarity of Lord of the Rings. It's not necessarily part of the whole thing, but it is just the final wrap up, the final details for the people who want it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
And not much has been happening on my end.
I mean, I have things to talk about, but they're all twit related, so I'm holding off till after the podcast.
Damn, is your whole life just tokusatsu?
I mean, I've been thinking about just only doing toku for like a while, because that's what every time I get it, like, because like I don't know, like the One Piece video kind of flopped. Yeah.
Well, it is just the first in a series.
Yeah. Well, it's not like necessarily a series. It's just like maybe it'll be more.
Imagine how the views will stack once you have like 2 or 3 of those under your belt.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I might just split them into parts instead of like doing one long video. Maybe I'll do one long video after. Because the way I'm gonna do like the one big Kamen Rider videos when I'm done is that I'm gonna take all the scripts, fix them a bit, re-record it all, and then like re-record them all as like one big video. Rewrite and re-record as one big video, just so like you're still getting new content.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've been thinking about how I've been making shit and content, and I'm good.
Yeah.
Figuring things out. I got like a minor long-term game plan. I think I've told you, Vac, it.
You told me, or you told someone named UVAC?
No, I told you.
Okay.
Classic UVAC.
Classic
That guy.
UVAC.
UVAC? UVAC.
UVAC. You're vac. You're such a vac, man. You're such
It's
a vac.
me. I'm the VAC man. I'm the VAC man now, dog.
I have become vac man, and I did just like my job to kidnap Super.
Oh shit, Cody, you never said which colorway for the tactician do you like best?
Yes. Allow me to pull that back up.
I will assist you with that task.
license.
Here is a link.
Oh man, the Snow Wolves! Wow.
Yeah.
I'll open this in a second, man. I love that we were both Valor versus Venom babies.
Mm-hmm.
Let me open this bitch back up because I had some opinions. There's just 5, right? 6. There's 6.
Yeah. And
So
I
you were
want
saying
either number 1 or number 5, though number 5 is my favorite.
So yeah, believe it or not, 5 I actually do like. I'm trying to avoid, like, I don't know. I know the figures would look cool, but like it is kind of just Snake Eyes.
Yeah.
When it's all black. The OG figure looks good. A lot of people say that they think they're going to go with 2, since it seems like a more official version of that.
I can kind of see that, yeah.
I think any of them would work there. The one I actually want a lot is number 6. That's my pick, essentially.
You like the purple boy?
I like the purple, but I did see someone else say something that kind of made me be like, I kind of agree with that. Where they said they're probably going to do a Techno Viper, which is one of my favorite 30th figures. But if they did a Techno Viper, I mean, it's kind of like Darth Vader, but purple. It's a really fucking cool figure. And maybe it wouldn't make too much sense to have this. But at the same time, like Cobra's blue most of the time. And I don't know, you got your blue, your red, and then your...
Well, would you say you're blue Abu Di Abu Dai?
I feel like one of the final final Cobra guys I really need to complete like everything that was on my immediate checklist when the line was announced. I need a Televiper because Televiper was like one of my guys growing up. I actually had him and used him in a bunch of stuff, even though he's supposed to be an army builder. He was a character to me as a child.
He was real to you, damn it.
Yeah.
They sold the Valor versus Venom figure in Dollar Generals a lot, and I'd like
that's where I got him.
Walk up to that store. Yeah, I want that figure. I that's one of mine too. I really want a Televiper, and I think they would do it.
Trying to see real quick if I could find the exact boy I had with a quick and dirty Google search.
Yeah, I already found it. I saw he's got them crazy ass arms.
Yeah.
There's
I remember his backpack specifically. I really liked his backpack design.
Somebody else came with a backpack. I think that was
somebody did a custom out of a Cobra Trooper.
One of my favorite Valor vs. Venom figures was the Sand Viper. And there was a couple different iterations of that, and I'd love to see that.
Don't know if I've seen that before.
He was one of the cheap ones that you'd get in the Dollar Generals and stuff.
Oh no, I recognize him. Yeah, I thought he was a ninja as a kid. I wanted him because I thought he reminded me of Night Creeper, who's one of the other boys I really want to get announced. I had Night Creeper as a kid, and then I just recently got Valor vs. Venom Jinx after wanting her ever since I was a kid. So I'm like, now that I've got the Jinx I wanted as a kid, I'm like, all right, can I please have classified Jinx? Because like I just need her and then Night Creeper, and then I'll never ask you for any more ninjas. Because like, oh man, we're so close to having Kamakura. Like
all of the ninjas. That's all G.I. Joe's going to be from now on, just ninjas.
Yeah. We are making 10 sequels to Snake Eyes the movie.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of Valor vs. Venom stuff I want to see in this line. I don't really think we have seen it yet.
No.
That Night Creeper Valor vs. Venom figure, by the way, is one of the most articulated figures because it has wrists.
Yeah, I loved him as a kid. Because I didn't have Storm Shadow as a kid. So, like, he was my main ninja bad guy.
It'd be cool to see Electric Eel. Because I actually had not the 2-pack or either of the 2-pack versions of Electric Eel. God, I wish I had the toxic Electric Eel one because the fucking clear green one, man. But I had the one that came with the ship.
Oh yeah,
it's like it looks like a manta ray. I still have the ship, as a matter of fact.
Oh, you know who's a name Joe? I really want them to do
who?
Wild Bill.
Yeah.
Because Wild Bill was another character that like I really wanted as a kid. Literally just because he doesn't even have a big role in Valor versus Venom. They just like say his name once and that he's in one of the jets. And I'm like, Bill, that's my dad's name. That was me. That's something I legit did as a kid. That bat pack they had in Valor versus Venom is sick too. God, imagine them doing some of those later bat designs.
I really want like the Sigma 6 had a bat that I think is like one of the coolest versions of the bat, next to obviously the single greatest version of the bat.
Yeah. Also, when I say I want overkill in this line, I don't want the endoskeleton bat looking guy. I want him when he's like trying to hide that he's a robot man, because I always thought that look was cool.
Yeah.
Anything else we got, or just discussing like predictions / wants?
No, I literally just went, all right, G.I. Joe podcast is over. Let's talk about something else. And then 10 minutes later, G.I. Joe podcast continues after these messages.
It's almost as if you guys are excited about something and it's perfectly fine and regular.
Yeah. That's good. That's good.
I just got like,
it just makes me like...
and it just so happens that my and Buster's week were like pretty bland.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
My week is fine. It's just, I need to have to wait for the other podcast that you've probably already seen to talk about it.
Yeah, you know, it's just a weird mix of things that we just don't have a ton to talk about.
Yeah,
I came up with an idea for a T-shirt design. Not sure if it's super good or not, but I like it. You know,
yeah, no
little thing. It's bits and bobs of a variety of things.
Yeah, Today is me and Snowcone coming all over our microphones.
Oh, gross.
And you guys are just having build up right now. Tomorrow night is Marvel night, so Boingo will get to come all over his microphone, and then on Tuesday when Twit comes out, Buster can come all over their microphone. It'll be great.
Yeah.
We're gonna have some microphone cleaning.
Yeah,
For sure.
I've already got a washcloth right here. I came prepared. By the way, those shirt designs do look great, boy.
This is like a little logo for stuff. The idea is this rectangle one goes on a little corner on the front, and the words are on the sleeve.
Ooh, I like that. Yeah,
That overkill kind of just looks like Major Blood.
he does.
Oh, you're continuing the G.I. Joe podcast?
Just open the thing again. The t-shirt design is cool.
Boy, the G.I. Joe podcast never ends. And you are correct. I wouldn't be surprised if that's a Major Blood body they used, but like, I guess I just like Major Blood when he's covering half his face, is mostly green, and has a gun on. And I don't like Major Blood in his traditional design, because I resold that figure.
Dang.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, were we gonna get Dr. Oh, shit.
Okay. Is this a safe space? Can I be honest about my G.I. Joe hot takes real quick?
I mean, like, we're not gonna scold you.
Okay.
I mean, we might a little bit.
I kind of hate Mindbender's classic design.
Who?
Like I get why it's cool. I get why it appeals to like the 80s comic book crowd. But because I'm a Valor versus Venom baby, I just want a man in a lab coat. That's all I want. I don't need the original Mindbender design. However, I'll probably end up getting it.
I need the lab coat, sleeveless, with pantyhose worked in somewhere, or fishnets. I mean, that's
way,
my.
Here's the Mindbender we're getting, guys. And that is
he looks like a slut.
Yeah, that's very close to his original design.
That looks like an absolute man whore.
This is the Mindbender I grew up with.
Also a slut, also a man whore.
Just different flavor.
That's actually the same person, just on and off word.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need him in his work clothes.
Oh wait, yeah, dude. So if they do that if they do this, if this Mindbender thing isn't just completely made up and it's gonna break my heart, that's one of the fucking zombie vipers or whatever. Remember the 30th they did? The 30th figure they did? I always wanted one and I could never find any.
That would be a great new design to dip into.
Dude, the zombie
I want
troopers.
that or the Riot Trooper they did.
Yeah, they probably won't do that one. That feels a little too more political than most.
Here's the let me get a picture, a better one. This is the zombie trooper they did, Boingo and Buster. And you got to remember, this came out like right at the height of zombies being like the hot thing in pop culture. Like they were hitting that nail right on the head. But then like the one I always wanted to get was the
see, look, that's the same arm accessory actually.
Yeah,
the same hand.
It is pretty close. But I always wanted this Riot Trooper just because like I think like shortly after it came out, some toy tuber I was watching at the time, who I don't even remember who now, they posted a picture of like a dozen of those things all posed up like they were storming a building, and it looked so cool.
Yeah, it does. That's like my favorite G.I. Joe line. Those figures are so fucking incredible. Like they literally have a classified articulation at that scale.
I'm being hailed.
Pretty much 25th anniversary Rise of Cobra, 30th anniversary Pursuit of Cobra. That is like where 3 3/4-inch G.I. Joe peaked, I think.
Yeah, because all those weapons had like removable bits and bobs and stuff. And
oh, remember that guy who had like a whole camo array and was a sniper? What was that called?
Oh, the one that just looked like a bush?
Yeah. I remember
Jungle Viper?
Vangelis being super into that thing.
Yeah.
There's like some vlog where he just does a jump cut gag of like, yeah, it is the Jungle Viper. I just found it. Where he just like jump cuts to him holding it randomly and he's like, this thing is insane!
Let me pull up
Yeah, like all those leaves are on ball joints. I just found an out of package picture. Yeah, that guy would be great in classified.
Techno Viper isn't. Aren't we getting a Techno Viper?
They haven't announced that
No,
yet.
that's not sci-fi. No, they're not. We're not getting a sci-fi. I'd love a sci-fi.
Well, sci-fi would be neat. I would love a Night Viper. I think that's a real cool. Or like Iron Grenadier.
Oh, dude, I had the 25th or 30th. That figure is fucking amazing. I had that figure, the Techno Viper, the and like two other GI Joes all posed up together, or two other Cobra figures. I think it was just a Cobra officer and a bat.
Oh, apparently Iron Grenadier is like a whole fucking subline. Oh yeah, in the original it was Destro's sub faction.
Yeah,
But there's
God, there was some really cool toy
there's
packs
the
released.
25th. I would love a 30th of that. Or a classified. Goddamn.
Yeah, we definitely need to get that fucking Jungle Viper. Wow, I don't think I was right because of remembering the name. I think I was right because I guessed the naming pattern.
Oh yeah.
God, that Slaughter's Marauders barbecue figure I have still, and I loved him to death. And I'm so glad I'm getting a 6-inch scale of that.
I don't super care for the color scheme, but then I'm also just like not into barbecue in general. Like I know he's one of your guys, but something about the design just doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah, we definitely need like a 30th Grenadier and like a deluxe package though. Or maybe just some, because like, Cobra does super soldiers and shit like that. Like Cobra does really weird shit, so.
Oh, here's what the classic one looks like. It's really different, but I still like it.
God, that Tunnel Rat has so much potential.
Yeah.
That's hot, dude.
Tunnel Rat was just like he's a fucking damsel in distress in Valor versus Venom, but I somehow just really liked him too.
Yeah, I'd love to see some oh man. I can make it myself. I did make it myself, but there was a Jungle Bat. I have that figure and he's pretty cool. I wanted him so bad as a kid because it was just like a generic camo version of the Bat with like a minigun.
I think the Python Patrol is kind of trying to fill that slot.
Yeah, I think it is. Just like scrolling through these figures to get inspiration for ideas.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're getting Navy figures though. Hopefully, if they're gonna give us some like water-based Joes, and by that I mean like 4 of them, because they're doing Torpedo, they're doing Shipwreck, and who else are they doing?
Oh, imagine if the next HasLab is like a GI Joe boat of some kind.
Joe.
Yeah. Like
So
obviously you can't do the flag, but you could do like a mid-sized boat.
No, you could do like a rib or something like that. You could do a lot of boats, I think, because that's actually not going to be as much plastic as your brain would tell you it is. Like, if you had like the equivalent amount of plastic as like the Hiss tank for a boat, it would probably be like one of the not destroyers, but like
They could do the Piranha. The Piranha is a solid little boat that you could get a bunch of figures on.
Let me see. Yeah, that's essentially like a rib. I don't know. Maybe they'll do one of the helicopters.
Yeah, I would love that two-bladed helicopter. Why didn't I look up what that thing is called? I also saw a bunch of people throwing out the whale as like the next HasLab, which is that big hovercraft with all the accessories from the original line.
Oh, LCAC?
Yeah.
That would be cool. Some of these vehicles.
The two-bladed helicopter is called the Tomahawk.
Yeah.
Which they might have to change the name on now. But then again, didn't they straight up went for Snow Job?
Tomahawk missiles are a real thing.
That's true.
There's nothing wrong with calling a weapon a Tomahawk because a Tomahawk is a weapon anyways.
That's true. That's true.
It's literally the same thing as like calling something like the Katana. I don't know. A Chinook-based helicopter would be cool. This thing would be way bigger than the Hiss tank.
Yeah.
It'd be like 2 Hiss tanks almost, a Hiss tank and a half worth of size.
Mm-hmm.
It'd have a lot of emptiness on the inside for sure. So maybe it wouldn't need to be too crazy. But I feel like if they were going to do a helicopter, there's a more popular
there's a
Joe helicopter. The green.
I'm like double checking my shit here.
No, that's Wild Bill for sure.
Okay. Yeah.
Does he have a hiccup?
I don't know. Do you?
That's a Rugrats joke.
Oh, okay. Oh, they could totally do the Fang as a deluxe release. Look at that.
The Fang is a 4-seater, right?
No, the Fang is a 1-seater. It's
that little baby.
Yeah, that could totally be a deluxe.
Cool.
Though I
That'd
think
be
people
like the dopest figure too.
people would get mad though if they did that before Trouble Bubbles.
Oh yeah, dude, I need that fucking Trouble Bubble. I need a 2-pack.
Yeah. No. They'd have to do the Trouble Bubble as like a deluxe, and then you just buy 2 of those because it'd be like $40, $50.
No, I'd pay a lot of money for some Trouble Bubbles.
Yeah.
I was like commenting on like everything on Twitter around whenever the his tank was popping off. I'm like, next HasLab life-size Trouble Bubble.
You could probably do it for the same price, but there's a little materials be involved.
A G.I. Joe Sigma 6 bat would be a dream of mine come true.
I haven't seen that design. Let me look that up.
Sigma 6 has some dope-ass designs.
Oh wow, that is an anime ass looking thing, but then again, so is all Sigma 6. Yeah, no, I dig it. I can get down with that.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time. Unless we got some sort of like mech suit for one of the figures or something, that'd be another deluxe. There's a lot of options. There's so many small G.I. Joe vehicles that like they'll easily be able to get other things. And they now know that like a vehicle will sell. I'm ready for the figures to start being packaged with like little skateboards or like little tiny things. And we know they used to do stuff like that all the time. Like it'd be like a little
Sure enough, but I feel like they're already trying stuff like that. What with the RAM and the coil and all the animal friends we've been getting.
yeah.
But no,
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I could be down for a skateboard. I could be down for the gliders. I could be down for a Trouble Bubble.
Honestly, it just seems like G.I. Joe just needs time to actually make things and not be under fucking constraints of the world.
That's the thing. It's like fucking. It's like I said. I fucking predicted the future, making that top 10 toy things I wanted to see in the 2020s. When I said like, "Hey, G.I. Joe's been dormant for a while. The people are ready. You bring G.I. Joe back, people are gonna flock to it." And there's tons of great stuff you can do, especially if you do it in the Marvel Legends style. And here we are, fucking 3-4 years later, popping off.
Popping off. I mean, shit, just before they announced the His Tank and the His Tank had its beautiful success, I think it was the stream before they were talking about how the budget went up and they now do 5-figure waves instead of 3-figure waves.
Oh yeah, that was in the first YouTube stream. And I was so happy for them when I heard that. I was like, yeah, this line's successful. They're giving you guys more budget.
It's good.
G.I. Joe was really cool.
Yeah.
G.I. Joe is neat, and it just seems like something that I wouldn't get into the toys by themselves, but if there was a piece of side material that I could get into, yes.
Echo Warrior.
That's the only thing. Like, the only drawback I feel like G.I. Joe has is, there's not a lot of great media people can just drop into and get with these days. Because, like, I could say, go read IDW, but that's like 10 years of comics. Or I could say...
Like, here's the thing. I absolutely adored Renegades.
But it got canceled after one season.
It got canceled after one season, but if I want a G.I. Joe figure, I want that dude. I want that Tunnel Rat. I want that Scarlet.
And you can get those. They did make those, but they're 3 3/4 inch. And I feel like it's going to be a while till they get to those versions for classified.
I'm like a Prime Transformers fan. That's the only versions I want. Fuck all the rest.
I mean, you are getting that right now. You just don't have the money for it.
Yeah,
Dude,
but
if we can get a subline of Echo Warriors, I'll sell everything else, dude. That'll
You
just
mean
be
Eco Warriors?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I thought you were talking about like a separate toy line for a minute there. But no, Eco Warriors would be great as like the next subline to do at Target. Oh my god, I just looked it up. I haven't looked at a lot of Eco Warriors stuff before, but they did a His Tank repaint in Eco Warriors.
Yeah, it's called the Septic Tank.
It's so good. I love it. It looks like something you'd see on the set of a 90s Nickelodeon show.
Yeah.
Oh, here's something I fucking found out fucking past couple days. Sigourney Weaver's in the new Avatar movie playing a teenage girl.
Oh, are they?
Hooray! More reasons not to care.
Oh no, she's playing a Navi. She's blue.
Yeah, but no more reasons.
She's playing the daughter of the 2 main characters from the first movie.
She's Sully's daughter? What the?
Yeah.
Wasn't she a scientist in the first? Oh, are they going to do a thing where it's like?
No, she's recasted.
Okay.
She's playing a brand new character.
Yeah, I mean, like, she was a scientist lady in the first movie. So are they going to do a thing where it's like you're named after scientist lady? So we just use the same actress?
No, I saw one theory of basically she died on the planet. What if she's like spiritually reborn as the daughter?
Oh,
bro.
God. I fucking hate James Cameron so much.
Hey, you don't know that's an actual thing. It's just a fucking theory.
I just
Okay.
wish he'd stopped
Theory.
making things after Terminator 2.
But then we wouldn't have Titanic.
Okay, I wish he stopped making things after 2005.
Yeah. I'll give you Titanic. You're right. Like, I don't love Titanic as a movie, but it is one of the.
It's an important piece of cinema. It's an important piece of cinema.
I want to live in an alternate timeline where up till like Terminator 3D, that's the last of James Cameron's work.
Terminator 3 is not even that.
3D, like the theme park thing.
Oh, yeah, that'd be fun. I didn't know that's what it was called. I thought it was just Terminator the Ride.
I think it's like the 3D
I bet you
ride.
want to ride the Terminator.
Maybe.
That's a joke about his dick.
Maybe.
That's an interesting. I should have looked that up. Does the Terminator have a dick?
Oh, no. We're not doing this thing.
Does the Terminator look like a Ken doll? Is that a thing?
Might be.
Why
Here's the
would they
thing: the
censor him
Terminator
on it?
was naked in the first movie, and no one made a reference to it.
Yeah, but they did still censor Arnold's crotch. So, like, what's going on down there?
But here's the thing:
I mean, in the bars, like the chicks are like looking down.
they're probably going like, "Yeah, that's a dick." They would have put a line in there of like, "Where's his dick?" If he didn't have one. That's just saying Terminator dick.
Oh yeah, because he gets his dick grabbed anyways.
Oh yeah! Holy shit! I forgot about that.
Oh my god, we really had this pointless conversation.
But
This
hey,
podcast is pointless conversations. Are you new here?
No.
sound like it.
I'm just really off today, just because I haven't talked all episode and I don't know what to talk about.
Well, I mean, you muted yourself. Of course, you're not going to be able to talk.
Well, that's because I was getting my chicken nuggets I'm eating right now.
Buster also
That's your own fault.
Buster also just doesn't
Have
care
sleep
about
for dinner.
Reagan fucking G.I. Joe because Buster hasn't been able to watch a G.I. Joe cartoon in their lifetime.
Again, I watched the movie, but like that's about it.
Yeah, the movie's not a great representation of like I liked it when I was a kid, but I very quickly realized like it's heavily in. We're talking about Rise of Cobra, right?
Just the movie,
What movie?
the 80s one.
Oh, the 80s one. Yeah, the 80s one's good. It's very weird. It's a big transitional thing that didn't quite work, but it's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's a good place to leave off G.I. Joe Cast 2022.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, why don't we wrap up? Boingo Rider, where can they find you on the internet?
Hey, twitch.tv/Boingo Rider at Boingo_Rider at Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. And search for Boingo Rider on YouTube.
All right, Buster Corp.
I have a YouTube channel. I finally uploaded something.
Woo! Is that it? Is that all?
Yeah, that's it. Go ahead.
Snowcone, I just realized we talked about a whole bunch of pre-recording. You never said for the podcast. How you feeling about Croc Master, and also where can people find you on the internet?
My name is Snowcone83. That's my legal birth name, and my Instagram is never_robot. That's where I'm going to be posting most of my stuff for the time being. Side note, I will soon get the second room, probably at the end of this month.
Ooh.
Legitimately.
Hell yeah.
And then as far as Croc Master and Fiona, I am in love with this alligator toy. This thing is so fucking cool.
I need her in my life.
It's incredible. Croc Master is just dope.
Yeah.
The figure just kicks ass. And like this is one of the more wild ones. You know, this is like one of the more out there like Viper designs. There's so many fucking Viper designs. There's a lot of crazy Joes, and I'm glad we're getting a lot more of the Joes. But damn, this is like one of the standalone guys, and I'm just excited. I love this.
Mm-hmm. And I am the Vacuuminator, and I make YouTube videos. My next video, Megaforce Sucks Complete Selection Modification, is almost done. It may actually be out by the time you're listening to this. I'm not going to guarantee that though. And you can watch it though whenever it comes out at youtube.com/thevacuuminator. You can also follow me on Twitter at the Vacuuminator, and you can follow me on Instagram at the Vacuuminator with an underscore. photos of action figures and dogs and fucking Spirit, who I just got today, or I got him yesterday. I just opened him today, and he is fan-titty-tastic. He was like my least anticipated figure of the wave. He's the first one I got, and I love him. So like only up and up from here, I think. Freedom, like I know he's meant for Spirit, but I'm gonna use him for a bunch of other stuff probably. Like I might just click horror and take a picture of Captain America holding him to post on the 4th. I might do that. But yeah, that's all for Modular Components, everybody. This podcast is a production of Modular Media, the creative co-op we're all a part of. So if you want to support us and what we do here, please give us a like, comment down below, subscribe, and click the bell in order to enable notifications to get every future episode of this and all our other podcast productions as they come out. There's No Prize Podcast, where we talk about comic book shiz. There is No More Games, where the people who were quiet this week talk about video games. And there's Twit, where we talk about tokusatsu. So if any of those things appeal to you, fucking subscribe. Also follow us on Twitter at The Modular Media and join the subreddit r/Modular Media. But guys, that is all the time we have to talk with you this week. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you next week for more Modular Components. Yes, that is the outro to this show.